Hi Year 5, I am here to read chapter 21 and 22 of Fing. Hope you're enjoying it so far. It is definitely one of the silliest stories I've ever read. Let's see what happens in the next two chapters. So chapter 21 is called Hot Air Finging. Now, all Mr. Meek had to do was steer a course home. As he saw the continents roll by hundreds of miles beneath him, he thought happily about all the money he was saving on airfares. Using his leg as a rudder, Mr. Meek steered a course over Africa, across mainland Europe to the British Isles. Every now and again he would blow more air into the Fing's end to stop it from deflating. Best of all, the Monsterpedia was still tucked safely down the back of his trousers, and even though there was an overdue fine to pay, there could have been a much heftier one for a lost book. Mr. Meek was mightily pleased with himself. If he could have, he would have given himself a pat on the back. He invented a brand new mode of travel, hot air finging. In a matter of days, Mr. Meek was floating over his town, then his street, then his house. A smug look spread across his face. What a super surprise he had for his darling daughter. Not only had he cheated death, but he brought her the greatest present of all. Something of myth, something of legend, something from another world, some thing. "I've done it!" hollered Father. "Little old me!" He reached up to the furry ball to embrace it. "Thank you, thank you, thank you for never letting go, for letting me blow air into your what's-it." Unfortunately, the man squeezed too hard on the Fing. Its one eye widened in shock. Just like a balloon, the air spluttered out infinitely faster than you could put it in. Mr. Meek had been heading for his garden, looking forward to a nice, gentle landing on the lawn. He was not going to make it. Now he was heading straight for the house. "No!" he screamed. Father was going too fast. He crashed through the roof. Boom! And he smashed through the first floor before landing in a dusty heap on the living room carpet. Oof! Fortunately, the Monsterpedia, which was still down the back of his trousers, cushioned the fall. If not, he might very well have suffered from a broken bottom. "Please remind me to take that back to the library," said Mr. Meek. "There is a fine to pay." Chapter 22. Beard down to his belly button. "You took your time," announced Myrtle, who was slumped on the sofa watching cartoons. "Oh, my goodness me, are you all right, dearest?" yelled a worried Mrs. Meek as she rushed into the room. "Yeah, I'm fine," replied the girl. "Oh, no, not you, my heavenly angel. I meant Father." Just one look at him was enough to make Mother burst into a river of tears. "Boo, poor you." It was true, Mr. Meek. He didn't look his best. The man of the house had been gone for months. Now he was as skinny as a rake, and his beard reached down to his belly button. Since he'd thundered through the roof and ceiling of the living room, he was plastered from head to toe with dust. The most striking thing of all was that, unbelievably, he still had a furry ball stuck to the end of his finger, even though it had now deflated back to its usual size. "Please don't cry, Mother," said Father as he wobbled to his feet, "for this is a happy day, behold." Slowly, he lifted his finger into the air. "Look what I have for our darling daughter." Mrs. Meek looked on in awe at this new heroic Mr. Meek. Now she was crying tears of pride. "Yes," continued Mr. Meek, "your father has successfully completed his deadly mission, all the way from the deepest, darkest, jungliest jungle. I bring you this, a Fing." Myrtle looked away from the television set for a moment and glanced at it before uttering, "I already got one." Next chapter's tomorrow. Keep listening, Year 5.